Today, I want to share some of the flavors that instantly remind me of my hometown. One thing you'll quickly notice about Suzhou is that we don't just have seasons, we have seasonal specialties. Growing up, I never had to look at a calendar to know what time of year it was. I just had to see what was showing up at the market. What do I mean? For example, just before summer really arrives, there comes pipa, bebu, or loquat. Every year when I started seeing baskets of bebu at the market, I knew school was almost over and summer vacation wasn't far away. They're sweet, juicy, and one bite instantly takes me back to my childhood. As summer settles in, it's time for jitomi. Even many Chinese people outside Jiangsu have never had fresh jitomi. Sometimes it is translated as fresh gorgon seeds in English, but honestly, that doesn't make it sound nearly as delicious as it actually is. It's soft, slightly chewy, naturally sweet, and every summer my family looked forward to eating it. To me, it's one of those signature tastes of Suzhou. Then autumn arrives, and every Suzhou person knows what that means. 大闸蟹, 豆芽好, or hairy crabs. But enjoying hairy crabs, 大闸蟹, isn't really about filling your stomach. It's an experience. You sit around the table with your family, slowly take the crab apart piece by piece, dip every bite into fragrant black vinegar with thin strips of fresh jiangsi, chat for hours, and before you know it, the whole afternoon or evening is gone. In Suzhou, we don't just eat with the seasons, we celebrate them. But Suzhou is also home to some truly iconic dishes. There is 桂花糖藕, lotus root stuffed with sticky rice and slowly simmered in sweet osmanthus syrup. It's elegant, delicate, and somehow tastes exactly the way Jiangnan feels. There's 松鼠桂鱼, songsquan, or squirrel mandarin fish. I had to look it up. Don't worry, there's no squirrel involved. It's named after the way the crispy fish fans out like a squirrel's tail, and it's probably one of the most beautiful Chinese dishes you'll ever see. Then there's 熬糟面, atami. Even many Chinese people have never heard of it, but every Suzhou local has their own favorite noodle shop. It's proof that sometimes the simplest bowl of noodles can become part of a city's identity. And if you think all mooncakes are sweet, you've probably never had sushi yuebing. Suzhou-style mooncakes are famous for their flaky pastry and savory fillings. Ask anyone from Suzhou which style is the best, and I'm pretty sure you'll start a debate. Of course, I can't leave out yangmei, yame. In English, it's usually called Chinese bayberry, but honestly, that translation doesn't help very much because most people still don't know what a bayberry is. Yangmei is one of those fruits that tells every Suzhou kid that summer has officially arrived. It's sweet, tart, incredibly juicy, and there is an unwritten rule. If you haven't eaten so many that your fingers are stained purple and your teeth feel a little numb, you probably haven't had enough yet. Every Suzhou kid knows exactly what I'm talking about. And finally, there's Biluochun, Biluochun, one of China's most famous green teas, grown around the hills and lakes of Suzhou. For me, the smell of Biluochun is the smell of spring. Sometimes home isn't just a place, it's a flavor or even a fragrance that instantly brings you back. Looking back, I realized that these weren't just dishes or local specialties. They were the way we marked time, right? Spring had its own flavors, early summer had its own flavors, autumn had its own traditions. In Suzhou, every season brings something worth waiting for, and I think that's one of the most beautiful parts of growing up in Jiangnan.